Now that we've created lights, it's time to move on and use the next powerful tool in 3ds Max, and that is cameras. Up to this point, we've been using the perspective view to give us an idea of what something looks like. And as you notice, when we move around scenes in a perspective view, it looks pretty real. And then sometimes that is exactly what you want. But to get the best possible look that you can get, we're going to go up to Create, and over next to Lights is Cameras. Now cameras are going to be a fairly short module because there are only 2 cameras. And even though there are only 2 cameras, there are many different things we can do with each of these cameras. And what you will see, we're going to watch a video, if we haven't already, on using cameras, real live cameras, and I hope that you'll use those characteristics when generating 3D cameras, which will give you the same feel, professionalism. So the first one, as you can tell, we have a free and a target, and just from working with lights, you should have an idea of what those mean. We'll start off with a free. A free camera, I'm going to go out in my front view, I'm going to click. Now notice I have a camera here, and I can see it and move it just like I could any other feature, as well as I can filter just the cameras. So with the free camera, I can move it wherever I want, and I can also rotate it. I recommend having the angle snap toggle on so that it stays in 5-degree increments. Now what good's a camera if we can't see what it's seeing? And that's where we're going to go ahead and work with our viewports again. I'm going to right click on the perspective view, change my view to camera 1. Now I see what the camera sees, and all I have to do is grab the camera, and no matter where I move it, that's my view. So now if I want a view from this side of the wall, I can go ahead and render, and there I go. That's what I would see if I was at that side of the wall. So you'll have a lot more control here with the camera than you would with the perspective. And I'm going to go ahead and move the camera back here and do another render. And this is the preferred method of using. Now we can also go up and down with the camera. So you can come down and catch the carpet. And we can see the lighting effects. We can also, let's move our light a little bit here and do a quick render. Okay, so we're starting to achieve, taking that model you spent so much time with and actually applying some more features to make it look even more real. So that is cameras, free cameras that is. I'm going to delete that camera. Now notice when I delete it, that view automatically goes back to perspective, and I can use my orbit tool if I want to go back out and do this. The next camera is going to be the target, and again, click where you want the camera to be, drag, and then let go where the target is. And this is a really a good way to create a camera that follows an object, because we can link the target to the object, and no matter where the object goes, the camera will go. Now again, we have to set our viewport. So I'm going to change my perspective view back to camera 1. And now notice what I can do is I can move my target around the scene. This is actually going to be one of the methods we're going to use for our architectural project, and that is called the pan, where we actually move the camera from left to right or right to left, and it catches the room. Okay, so that's where the camera is stationary, but the target moves left to right, right to left, and I want you to use that. You can also do it where you move up and down, or you look at certain features. Maybe you want to take here and click and look at the couch. Okay, so that is camera, and the key points here is 1, create the camera, decide if you want to target or not. 2, change your viewport so you can actually see the camera. When we add multiple cameras, you'll have multiple cameras to choose from.